Hi everyone, it's me, Mr. Rodriguez, and here we are again doing this wonderful video for math. Now, if you don't know, I have been making videos during this year in kindergarten grade, and it's also focused bilingual, meaning many of my videos in this channel will be in English but also in Spanish. This video today will be done in English. And for this purpose, I need all of my students to take out that homework sheet that had this kind of game that we played in class. It should have a card, probably in white cardstock, and the directions are here for those who want to play at home with their parents. In the purpose of understanding what is it that we're going to do, I need you to pay close attention to what I'm going to do now, because before I go in, I have to review some of the shapes that you're going to be watching over this game. So to begin, let's go over the basic shapes that you know from pre-K or that you started learning in kindergarten because you did not go to pre-K. Remember, this one is a circle. Circle. It's a round and it's a flat two-dimensional. Triangle. Triangle has three sides, 1, 2, and 3, and it has three angles, 1, 2, 3 angles, and three sides, 1, 2, 3, and that's why it's called tri. Tri meaning three. We also have a square, and square has 1, 2, 3, 4 sides, but it also has 1, 2, 3, 4 angles, corners, that you will be learning in math throughout your school in elementary school. It's also a two-dimensional. This is also from the four or quadrilateral family, as square is. It's called a rectangle. Rectangle has 1, 2, 3, 4 sides, and it also has 1, 2, 3, 4 angles. Remember that. This one is a rectangle, so these two sides are perpendicular as these two sides are perpendicular, but not all of them are the same size. That means that the square has all of them the same and rectangle only has two of the same. They're also considered quadrilaterals. Here goes the hexagon. Now hex comes from the number of sides. So let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 6 means hex. Hex meaning 6. So it has 6 sides and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 corners or angles. These are the shapes that we're going to focus today, but we are also going to focus on the game some three-dimensional shapes, and that will come later in the game. So now, you might want to take out your shapes for the game. So mine are in white. You probably have yours in another color that I made for you, and it's in a Ziploc. So if you don't know, that Ziploc should have these little cards. And of course, this should be inside that big Ziploc that I put them in. So take them out, pay attention, because now I'm going to put my video to work. And I'm going to bring my camera down so that you can see what we're going to be playing, which is position and shape vocabulary. Meaning, for the last few weeks, and I would say 4 weeks, we have been working very hard on trying to understand who is in front, who is behind us, who is next, and now we're going to go into those positions using shapes. Oops, this way, shapes. So I have some of my shapes, and I have my guide that will tell me what am I going to do with those who already know these shapes. So this game is going to be on level. If you have below level, you only have 4 shapes. So you're going to practice those 4 shapes, and you're going to practice as best as you can with your parents. But if you have more than 4 shapes, then you are on level or above level. And if you're above level, watch this video so that you can learn the three-dimensional shapes that you're going to play with. Ready? Here we go. I'm lowering down my camera so that you can see what I'm going to do. This is your game board, and you're going to play with your partner. You should have a butterfly, a dog, an apple, and a leaf, a maple leaf to be very specific. So on this game, we are going to follow directions and in terms of position. So here we go. The triangle, and I'm going to look for the triangle. This is not a triangle. This is not a triangle. This is not a triangle. This certainly is not. So I'm going to look for the triangle. Triangle. You see, these are three-dimensional. I have to put them together. And I found my triangle. Okay, so here we go. The triangle is above the apple. So above means up here. So above the apple. The triangle is above the apple. Next one. The triangle is next to the butterfly, which is true. The triangle is next to the butterfly. I'm wondering what's going to be next. Let's go with circle. Circle. I have a circle here. All right, the circle says the circle is below the butterfly. Okay. Here's the butterfly. Here's below. The circle is below the butterfly. And you have to say this out loud, boys and girls. That's how you're learning your positions. The triangle is above the apple. The triangle is next to the butterfly. The circle is under or below the butterfly. And now the circle is next to the dog. And I don't know why it says next to the dog. It should say above the dog. The circle is above the dog. Okay? So it's below the butterfly and it's above the dog. Now we're going to look for square. I have a square right here. Here's square. This one says the square is behind the dog. Okay, here's the dog. This is the back of the dog. So this is behind. The square is behind the dog. The square is behind the dog. The square is below the leaf. The square is below the leaf. And I can continue with other examples. So I'm going to give another example. Here goes hexagon. Hexagon. The hexagon is below the apple. The hexagon is below the apple. The hexagon is also next to or in front of, because I can say both, next to or in front of the dog. Because the dog is looking this way, and this is behind, so this is in front. All right? So the hexagon is in front of the dog. I also have the rectangle. This rectangle is a little skinny, but it's okay. We can deal with it. And this one's going to go here. And you're going to say the hexagon is next to the butterfly. The rectangle is next to the butterfly. Another way to say the example of the rectangle is the rectangle is above the leaf. The rectangle is above the leaf. So what you're going to do as a parent looking and playing with you, you're going to move these shapes around and say those words that are above, next to, beside, above, below, behind, in front of. Those are words of positions, and these are the shapes that we're using. Now I'm going to take these out because those who are on level have these, but you also have these. And I'm going to work with 4 of them. You might have 3 of them. So here's a cube. Here's a sphere. Sphere. Here's a cone. Cone. And the cylinder. The cylinder. So I'm going to use the cube first. The cube. All right. The cube is above the dog. The cube is above the dog. The cube is below the butterfly. The cube is below the butterfly. See? And you're learning how to say those positions in the correct context of the sentence. Let's go with the sphere. The sphere is above the apple. The sphere is above the apple. The sphere is next to the butterfly. The sphere is next to the butterfly. Now let's go with the cone. The cone. With the cone, we are going to say that the cone is beside the butterfly. The cone is beside the butterfly. The cone is also above the leaf. The cone is also above the leaf. Above. Now let's go with the cylinder. If you have it, good. If don't stress it. The cylinder. And here's what I'm going to say. The cylinder is below the apple. The cylinder is below the apple. And I can say that the cylinder is in front of the dog. The cylinder is in front of the dog. Now if I move it, I can say that the cylinder is behind the dog. I can say that the cylinder is behind the dog. I can also say that the cylinder is under or below, under the leaf. The cylinder is under the leaf. And this is how we are going to play this game, and we're going to practice, because practice makes it what? Perfect. Remember, smart is not something you are. Smart is something you get.